Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I am Julie of Julie's Plans, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be having a little bit of a planner chat. So this shouldn't take too long. However, I did grab some hot cider because, oh my God, it is so freaking good. So let me know down in the comments if you are drinking some cider, some tea, some coffee, water, whatever it is. Just gonna sit here and talk about some of the planner options that I have been considering, some things that have happened to my planner, all the fun things like that. So I shared recently that I jumped into the 7x9 plum paper daily. You guys know I've been using plum paper for quite some time. I really do love their planners. They're super customizable. I also might be slightly obsessed with the fact that they do work with the Erin Condren covers because I prefer their covers over plum paper covers. However, there was a little bit of a nail polish remover incident this past weekend. So I have a bunch of pages missing for the month of September because it really didn't get on this side of the planner. It got on this side, the way the bottle fell. And so I didn't end up using Saturday's, actually this is Friday's page. I didn't end up using it after this because this side was drenched. So I have the 3rd and then it jumps to the 14th. So with that happening, I was like, oh great, I don't have a planner, which we all know is not entirely true. I definitely have some planner options. So with that happening, and the fact that I have talked about, you know, some of my frustrations with the plum paper because I love stickers. While I do love a more like minimal approach at times, I really love being able to use stickers. And my hands have kind of felt a little bit tied with the plum paper. I do use the weekly, and for some reason it's just different in the weekly because I don't move things around quite as much. I'm also not in my weekly on a daily basis. I have it open on my desk to like whatever week I am currently using, which right now we are all the way in September. Oh my goodness. We'll get to the page that I need to get to because I actually just filmed this plan with me. I like stickers like Hand Can Plan work in here. They're somewhat removable. When I had to move some things around, it wasn't that great, let me tell you. And Planner Kate does work sometimes, just sometimes. Let me move those out of the way. So over the weekend, because I had way too much time on my hands and it's a long weekend, I started looking at other options because I was like, I could order another plum paper. I could jump back into my A5, but I have shared with you guys, like, we're just in a very busy season of life and I was starting to feel really cramped in my A5, but it's what I have. I also have an A5 Daily Duo, and I tried this out for today, but again, I did feel a little bit cramped writing in it, so I would prefer this in the 7x9. I just wish it came in like a neutral version. I'm not 100% sure why they chose to release a neutral version only in the rings and not in on the coil, because I would have been all over that if it was neutral on a coil. I am so over the mid-century circles stuff. Like I'm over this. And this one came with the mid-century circles cover, so it's like everywhere. I do have another cover that a friend of mine sent me, and it's in the Flora. I think it's on a bookshelf somewhere. I might switch that out if I choose to stay with this, but we'll talk more about this in a minute. So of course, that's why I feel like the A5 is not an option. Like, it is an option, but there's space issues. So let's talk about some sticker issues, because there's sticker issues. I've talked about this before and a lot of people might not know about it. So while you're trying to decide on a planner, you might be like, okay, it's really not that big of a deal, but I think I put down some stickers. This was back in August, I think, when I was also considering trying out the Daily Duo. I think this is what I had decided. I just needed a bigger size. But you can go in here, and I'm trying not to mess up my nail polish, and you can lift it. It's not wanting to come off the sticker, but you can lift it off of the paper without any issues. And that's from a page in August. Now, if I went into August in here and I tried to do that, I'm not really sure how stickery I got in August. It would be a nightmare. Let me grab. Now, obviously, people don't go moving stick. Yeah, it just rips. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll bring the camera a little bit closer, but you can see it will rip the paper. So if you ever needed to move anything, it's just going to tear your paper up pretty bad. And that's even if, now I'm like really annoyed that I did that. But that's just, anyway, as you guys know, I have started trying to use more stickers in here, but it is a little bit frustrating. So that's where I'm at with that. Then I thought over the weekend, I can't seem to figure out like a happy medium with these. So I grabbed my half letter. Like, why am I this way? I said this was a planner chat, right? We're just talking things through here as friends, right? All right, I definitely needed more cider there. So I've always loved the half letter. However, in playing around with this over the weekend, I thought that this would be a great alternative to combine some other things that I have been using from some other brands and put them in here because I just felt more comfortable using this. So quick little flip through, and I have some random things laying around because I was reorganizing all of my half letter things, but it just has like a year at a glance section and, you know, monthly pages and things like that. I did set up September. I took out like all of the previous months that I hadn't used. Then I have the horizontal weekly in here, and that came in the cloth and paper subscription box a few months ago. I recently stopped my cloth and paper subscription simply because I really wasn't using this, and it's not really an issue, it's just that I feel like a lot of the stickers that I like to use don't really go with this type of system, if that makes sense. I mentioned this in my live that I unfortunately didn't save over on Instagram, but I was like, I think a lot of other people feel the same way, that there's a certain like aesthetic that goes with this style that is nothing like this. And that's where I was like, I don't know if I would stay in this. This is fun momentarily when you kind of need to clear out all of the extra colorful things and all of the distraction, and you want to be super, super simplified and minimal. But I don't like to stay in this zone for very long. Like, my creative heart loves like the colorful stickers. I just realized I had my ring on backwards. That is so annoying. Anyway, so it's kind of where my brain was. I even did a couple of daily pages in here just to try it out. I think I just did Friday and Saturday, and I did the undated pages because I was like, I don't even think I have any more dated inserts from cloth and paper. And like I said, these are doable, but then I want my pages to at some point look like this. Could I do this on here? Yes, but I feel like all of the things on these pages don't quite go with this vibe, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, so that's where I was with that. I have like moved over some like expenses and household things in here if I decide I want to use this for that reason. And then I started thinking this would actually be really great for a whole lot of like business stuff. So I did put some YouTube things over here simply because I'm really not happy with using some happy planner things for my content planner. And I realized that I can do a lot of these things in this half letter, and I could essentially make it a full-on business, and maybe some more private things go that I don't show on social. But I even had like some goals that I had written in here way back in like January and things like that, and like weekly and daily tasks for my social media, things like that. This was like, again, way back in January. What else? Music that I had found on Epidemic Sound. There's a lot of things in here. And then, of course, just a notes section that I kind of started to jot down some things for wellness. So I was like, I could really combine the two, like memory keeping and the social media, and put that in here instead of using the Happy Planner stuff because they just get on my nerves with their dumb things that they do. I don't have a nicer way to say it. They just get on my nerves. So I think I have figured out maybe what I want to use this for. If you came here for an indecisive planner chat, hello. Here we are. So I feel like I want to have this as part of my system. I really do, but I get bored with it easily using it for my actual weekly and daily stuff because I love the colorful stickers and being creative, and I don't feel like this system allows room for that. Maybe it's just me. We will see. So then it brings me back to these two, right? But I don't want to be in this size. I know that this size doesn't work for me. And I know that the size and the stickers don't work in here for now. I could always go back to A5. It's really not that big of a deal. This is, again, just me thinking out loud. I could just give this A5 Daily Duo a try because I do enjoy the paper. You really cannot knock the EC paper. You just can't. I don't care how much you don't like them. You'd be lying if you say that their paper is crap because it's just not true. But at the same time, I felt like when I was writing in here, I wished I had a little bit more space. So in all of my dramatics of the nail polish remover spilling on my planner, I ordered a 7x9 Daily Duo to add to the confusion and the chaos. But I will say this, I may actually end up liking it because I ordered a crap ton of Chrissy Ann Designs Daily Duo stickers, and these have like a little bit of a space issue in the A5 in this size. So if I stayed with this size, there would be a space issue with using headers and date covers because Plum Paper brings their stuff up a little bit higher. You get a lot more space with the EC, which is why headers from like any shop, brand, whatever, work perfectly fine in this and not necessarily in this. Very few shops actually cater specifically to Plum Paper, and I can't blame anyone. There were a few people who had like DM'd me too. They were like, I've tried stickers. I don't know how you're doing it. I pretty much hold my breath when I put stickers down in here because if it goes down crooked, I have to grab my undo. And I bought a bottle about a month and a half ago and I've used half of it already. It's a whole thing. Anyway. So that's where I'm at. And at the end of the day, I could very well end up right back in my 7x9 Plum Paper. Who knows? I did order also an additional cover in A5 in this colorway. I wish that I knew what the exact colors were, but I know that it's very similar to this because I love this pattern. I also love when it's not personalized because it's just one solid design. It doesn't have that weird opening here for your name, things like that. So what am I going to use? I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I know that a lot of people have thoughts, brands, paper preferences, things like that. I like Plum Paper when I'm not using stickers and just certain pens and certain pens and highlighters. I'm making it sound way worse than it is, but it is what it is, right? Their paper is very unique to their brand. And if you just stick with the pens that work and the highlighters that work and that's it, then you're golden. If you want to get a little bit more creative and you want to be able to use whatever stickers and whatever pens, it might be easier to stick with something like this. So I know for a fact my hourly is staying. My hourly for Plum Paper. As far as dailies go, I have yet to decide what I'm going to do. I don't know. I was actually watching some I told you this was a chatty video. I was actually watching some videos on YouTube because a lot of times it's how I will make decisions, is just seeing how people are using their planners, maybe how they're getting around different things in the planners that I may not like or preferences that they might have. And I can tell you right now that it's probably going to be the Daily Duo, but in the 7x9. I know that the A5 is like super, super hyped up and it's so portable, whatever. I carry a backpack to work, so size is not really the issue for me. I actually need more space because of all of the things that I have going on with work and personal life. So yeah, that's it. That's the chat. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I may try to intertwine some of these planner chats and things like that into my schedule. I thought that this would be fun to do because sometimes when I have these chats on Instagram Live, you're seeing me respond to comments that you can no longer see because you can't see the live comments and, you know, the exchange that's happening there. So let's take it to the comments here and let me know your thoughts if you have tried both of these, if you've compared what you ended up sticking with, things like that, or just let me know if what you're using you don't see in this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's chat. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are already subscribed, make sure you click that red notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.